Are we ready?
I think we're ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
Don't talk over me.
I have only one thing to do, and that's be the way that I am, and then sink back into the ocean, 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 sink back into the ocean.
Welcome to The Other Perspective. I'm MJ.
And this is AJ.
And we back.
We're back. Number 6.
We made it, man.
Yeah.
It's
Slowly but surely.
Slowly
Did I talk over you?
What?
Alright. We do giggle a lot though.
We do giggle.
She's right about that.
Hey,
one.
we're just having fun here.
I
That's
know.
what we're here for, right? The show's already too serious. Why do I need to be even more serious? Maybe we should take some Vicodin.
Maybe. Or muscle relaxants.
There's no such thing as muscle relaxants. We've learned this. It's only
God,
Vicodin.
it's only in Noah's head. Alright, let's do this.
Oh man, we're already going off the rails.
I know. New Year, same us. New
Year, old
same-
us?
Yeah.
We are back. We had a little bit of a break.
Yeah, winter break.
Wait, hey, that means we're on track. We're on track, y'all. So yeah, how was your holiday?
It was good. How about you? How was your holiday / birthday?
It was wonderful. Can't complain.
I can't complain.
Can't complain. Got some good presents.
Yeah.
Is this boring? I don't even know what we're talking about. We're very rusty. What's happening?
Yeah,
All
we
right.
are super rusty. I don't know
Yeah,
how you're
I
going to
don't
cut that
know.
out and make us look funny, but you work your magic, girl.
Oh, well, we'll have to figure it out. I don't know what's happening.
Let's get this
Let's get started because I don't know what's happening anymore. In 2017, we have derailed tremendously.
Yeah.
So,
Come
yeah,
to think about we're doing another show. Maybe we should concentrate on this one.
I think we should
and perfect
concentrate
this.
on one. We're getting a little too ahead of
Yeah,
ourselves.
so if you guys think that we are perfect to do another podcast
not.
or another show, but if they do,
I'm talking over you. We're not.
I'm giggling. Let us know.
Okay, first of all, thank you to anyone and everyone who's listened so far. We know there are people out there that are listening, and
Yeah.
you know, whether you hate us, you love us, or you just tolerate us, thank you for
we have a couple new followers.
yeah
Thank you.
lending your ears to us.
We have a big UK fan base.
I know they're the
Who
They
could
might
probably
be
because the
the-
2 main actors are from
or-
there.
yeah maybe
So thank you guys for listening.
yeah seriously, genuinely, no jokes. Thank you for listening, and please continue to listen.
Yeah, I would like to do a British accent, but I'm really, really bad at
I
it.
can do one.
Oh.
Should I do one the entire
No.
the entire show?
It's only fair because they're doing an American accent the whole time for 3 seasons now.
Oh, shoot.
So maybe we'll do one podcast with a British accent. I have to practice it though.
I gotta practice too.
Yeah. Okay.
Sunday drivers, it's only Saturday.
Bloody hell!
Oh, bloody hell. Alright, let me stop. We love you, UK, for real. We love you.
That's all we
want to
know.
go there and get trashed.
Yeah.
So, where can they find us?
They can find us on Twitter, other POV, POD,
And the same on Instagram.
SoundCloud too, if you like to do that route. And we are on iTunes.
We are on iTunes and Stitcher.
Yeah, so
Just find us, The Other Perspective. So yeah, hit that subscribe button. All right, so let's get into this.
what did you think? I think you should go first because I
You
don't know
want me
what
to-
I don't know what to say about this episode.
My honest opinion about this episode, very slow.
I like the first half. So Helen's perspective.
half was so
I like
much
that
better.
Helen's, just like losing it because.
And we kind of just learn more about her as a person.
yeah, and how
besides-
crazy she is.
Besides being the Helen victim, that got scorned by her husband, we're learning about Helen as a person, and it's very interesting to see because what people tell her in this episode, you start to realize yourself that it's pretty accurate. And then
That's true.
we'll get into it, but yeah,
Yeah, so exciting first half. The second
definitely
half
exciting first half.
is kind of
It's kind of a snooze.
but very
But-
exciting ending. I think. I'm like, holy crap!
Yeah,
what is
Helen's
this?
ending was better. Even though it's the same ending.
It's the same exact.
It's the same exact ending, but it was so much more exciting from Helen's
Well, because we
point of
already
view.
know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But also, it's funnier to see no one in the lake.
What's
But-
up with a Mr. Robot hoodie going on?
I'm
there?
telling you, man. Gunther? I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to go down that route again.
So anyway,
But
that's our overall feel of the show.
Yeah, it's, Noah's
I don't know
part
how-
was a snooze.
I don't know how funny we can make this. I mean, there's only so much I can say about the show.
There's some stuff. I'm sure we'll find the humor in this episode.
Yeah,
Unless you guys just don't want to hear us giggle anymore, but whatever.
I know. We
I
can
like
just
to
talk
giggle.
like this the whole time
You want us to be in monotone?
and go through it
Let's just-
scene by scene,
No,
or
is
not talking over each other.
Or is it my turn? Hey, you're giggling. Stop it. All right.
That was part of it, by the way, guys.
We just fucking around. So yeah, let's get into this.
So the first scene here is
yeah,
it looks
part
like they're
one.
having a double date.
Yeah, it looks like what seems like a double date. Helen and Vic are meeting Helen's dad, Bruce. And we talked about this like earlier in the season. We're like, what happened to Helen's parents? Like, weren't they getting a divorce? And then we didn't know what was happening, and now we get our answer.
Mhm.
See,
Yeah.
just with a little bit of patience,
Just a couple
we'll get
episodes.
our answers. You know,
yeah,
we just gotta wait a little bit. So
we don't like waiting too much. So
it makes our predictions a lot more exciting, I guess.
yeah.
So yeah,
I predicted something that kind of came through. Well, not really. Well, we'll get to that.
we'll get to that. I don't know what you're talking about, but
Okay.
we'll get there. So yeah, what looks like a double date. Helen and Vic are meeting Bruce, and then they're going to meet Bruce's new lady friend.
Yeah.
And
So he was with a younger woman, right?
well, they allude to him falling in love with one of his students.
Yeah, someone that's much younger. Than
Why
him.
is that a theme?
I know it's an ongoing theme throughout
Juliet and her
throughout the
husband.
show.
Audrey wants to fuck Noah. Like,
Yeah.
Bruce.
Even Bruce.
Even Bruce. How
That's
old
probably
is
why
Bruce?
he's like, oh, I understand Noah. I see where
Yeah.
he's coming from.
Yeah. Well, no, he still hates Noah. So. Helen is very intrigued and wants to know who the hell he's bringing to dinner. And Bruce is like, she's a lot like you.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, she's gonna be young too.
Yeah, exactly. And then, no.
exactly like her. It's actually
It is,
her older
it is-
version.
yeah, older Helen.
Older Helen.
It's Helen's mom,
Yep.
Margaret.
I was shocked.
I was
like,
too.
oh, wow, okay.
Like, I shouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, I'm a little surprised. I
It's
was
so
like,
it's so
"Alright."
funny because he's like, oh, Ina left me, so now I went back to your mom.
That killed me. That's so sad. It's so sad.
And the mom is like,
It's
I'll take
cool.
you back. We're perfect
Yeah.
for each other.
We just know each other so
Yeah.
well. Well, first Vic is really amused by this whole thing, like meeting her parents for the first time. Like, he's so amused by them in general.
Well, I think he's like he thinks this is a huge step for him. This is a huge
for
step.
sure.
Not for Helen.
No,
Helen's
Helen
like,
is not amused at all. She's just
So-
not having it with anyone. Maybe she's PMSing.
Yeah, I guess.
Is she still PMS?
I think she's menopause already.
She has been having hot flashes this entire episode. So yeah, Vic is like, are you guys going to get remarried? And we find out that they never actually got divorced. Like, their divorce never...
Yeah, it wasn't finalized.
Finalized, yeah.
Like, I guess someone didn't sign the papers, or...
I guess maybe they just both, honestly, I think Margaret was just holding on. And probably didn't want to do it. Like, even when he was having an affair, she's like, holding out hope. Like,
It's kind of like what Helen's doing.
like mother, like daughter. Goodness
Well, it worked out
gracious.
for her.
It
So,
totally worked out. That's
looking
probably,
at the preview, it looks like
she's not it's like she can't see what's in front of her. Like, if she just chilled out a little bit and realized what her mom is doing, she'd relax a little bit
Yeah.
because she still wants Noah. So ridiculous.
I know.
But yeah, they're very excited to to meet Vic. I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah, I mean, even the mom is like, well, he's handsome, he's better, but
She's-
anyone is better than your ex-husband.
Yeah,
So-
anyone would be a great improvement over your first husband. But I like how she's naming all the good qualities about Vic, and then Vic's just like, and like, Helen, do you know what you have right now? And Helen's just not having it.
Noah, I love Noah. I'm so
Deep down,
sensitive.
she's like, "Where's Noah? Where's Noah?
Yeah.
Can people stop shitting on him because I love him so much?" Like, she really does continue to defend Noah.
And there's that one part where he's like, actually, he's supposed to be at the teacher conference today.
Yeah.
But he didn't show up. And then Vic looked like her. Like, yo, what's up? I didn't know that.
Oh well.
Right?
Well,
That's
no,
the-
she's telling them that he's supposed to come tomorrow.
Oh,
and then, yeah,
I thought,
and
I thought it was done already.
No, this is still before, and then
Right, that's right.
they're like, why is he even gonna go? Like, he shouldn't
Yeah.
even be in their lives. And they're like, why don't you just take Vic? And then Vic's like, I'll go.
But Vic looked like, hey, I thought
Yeah,
there was no more lies about Noah.
exactly.
Like, what the hell?
Like, after she went to go visit him at the prison, they had that nice talk
Yeah.
where they established where the relationship was, and Helen still just can't stop. So remember the whole thing when Noah just got out of prison, and then I was like, where the hell is Vic? Helen is still like asking Noah, what about us? And yada yada yada. I thought she like fucked up that relationship with Vic. She's still obviously with him. She's just
nah,
now that Noah's
taking,
out,
taking
it's
him for
like-
granted, I suppose.
basically because Noah's out, and that means there's still a chance. Just really, she's so
Yeah.
delusional right now. I just
Well, obviously the parents hate Noah. It's like, what's the point?
yeah,
Him
he's like,
being out,
who stabbed him?
him in prison, it doesn't matter. We hardly see him anyway.
Who stabbed him? I should have thought of that. Gosh.
He's like, I would have finished that job,
Same thing like Cole said. Everyone wants to kill Noah.
including himself.
They're like, damn it. I know. Noah hates himself, so
yeah, but
we see eye to
Helen
eye.
is obviously so sensitive. when it
She's
comes to
very
Noah.
sensitive. And
It's so
then-
funny when the dad starts choking.
I know, but it's so funny how he's saying, like, your mom is the only one that really truly knows me.
And then he starts
And
choking.
then he starts choking, and then she knew exactly where to hit on his chest, and the thing just came out. I was like,
That's relationship goals.
yeah, that's all I want in life. For someone to know when I'm choking and to just save me within a second. That's it.
She didn't even look.
She didn't
just
even look. She just went boom. She just hit him right in the chest without a thought.
That's pretty awesome. That was an awesome dinner. It looks like it's a pretty fancy restaurant there too.
Well, he got that Paramount money.
Yeah.
So yeah, after that we were on the street with Vic and Helen, and I do have this clip because there is some interesting things about this. Let's
Cool.
watch
Let's
this.
hit it.
Are insane,
I told you.
but they're entertaining. It's great they're back together.
Vic, my father walked out on my mother with a student and completely ruined her life, and now she's just taking him back and pretending that none of it ever happened. It's not great. It's pathetic. And oh my God, all that bullshit about second chances and how they know each other. You know what? The only thing they know about each other is that they hate each other.
Ring any bells, Helen?
I
You're
know.
talking about yourself.
She's not getting that. It's
She's
not clicking.
It's not clicking. Handle it. But obviously that was the point. So kudos to the writers, because I'm here tearing my hair out because Helen is talking about herself. She's totally turning into her mother.
She totally is. It's kind of scary.
She doesn't care that, that Noah went off with some sad nurse.
Not even that young. I would go younger.
She doesn't care. Noah even got married to someone else, and she's still waiting around for him.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
So Vic was like playing around, saying, "Oh,
yeah.
when your parents renew their vows, you and I can get hitched." I was like, maybe your dad will even pay for it. Like,
yeah.
this doctor is saving so much money.
He's totally saving so much money.
He's probably not paying that much rent. He's a doctor.
He's a doctor.
In the city. And now he's like, oh, how else can I save?
How else can I save?
Good for you, Vic.
But that means he loves
I
Helen.
think I think it's
He's
not a
all
joke.
in.
He's like, I'm just, I'm kidding, but I think he's like 80% serious that he wants to get married.
For sure.
And Helen's so stupid.
She's like, you're you're kidding, right?
Yeah.
Of course I'm kidding.
Of course I'm kidding. Just
Boy,
kidding.
you ain't kidding. You want to marry her. Oh, shit. If she doesn't want him, I'll take him.
No, a lot of people will take him. I think your mom will take him, too.
I think there's a whole line. Margaret's first in line. But it's so funny where she's like, you're funny. Maybe you should quit being a doctor and or
do a stand-up or
I was
something
like,
like that.
I totally see his stand-up. He's pretty hilarious. And he's hot.
He's probably not going to work. I'm just doing lunch and watching the kids. He's never at work.
He's eating
He's the
lunch.
least busy doctor I've ever seen on a TV show.
His Fitbit steps are with mine. 10,000 in a week.
Why are you home?
I know, he's all comfy. Later on, he's all comfy at home.
Reading
with
a
a book.
Not stressed. He's never
Not
stressed.
stressed.
I think he's not working. I don't think he has a job. That's my prediction.
He doesn't need to work, right?
Like Noah.
Noah. As we find out later.
We'll get to that.
We'll get there. So, the next day is the meeting that Helen had talked about at dinner, and she's expecting Noah to come, like a sad puppy, and he's not coming.
But with me, it's like she didn't get a confirmation from Noah that he's coming.
It's all on her. She just believes he's gonna come.
Yeah, Noah's like, I guess I can be there.
But at the same time, it's like, this was the meeting that they talked about
during
at the
the funeral. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Noah's like, sure.
He wasn't even for sure gonna go.
Yeah, he's like, I guess next Wednesday. Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Rolls eyes, So
basically,
there's no confirmation, and she just expects Noah to show up.
Yeah, just takes him on his word. Hey, how about you take him on his word that he's not gonna cheat on you when he married you? So how about that? I'm assuming at this point, yeah, it probably makes sense that at this point, that's when he got into the car crash, and that's what he's dealing with, the repercussions of the car crash.
Oh yeah, you know what? I never even thought about like what Noah was doing around this time. Like I just thought he was just hanging out at home, maybe messing around with.
He totally just drove into some Jersey walls. Those
That's
guardrails.
Right, yeah. So for the first time, he's actually
legitimately
he's actually unavailable.
He's missing
for
a reason.
Yeah. Here's my thing. Here we go with another kid that she's paying tuition for, but is not going to school.
Oh my gosh.
How much money is she wasting on these kids? I'm all about saving money here, like just tell me, guys. Tell me if you're not going to class.
Going to school, or if you're going to run off with some photographer that takes pictures of vaginas.
Is that in Brooklyn? It's not in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's in Brooklyn.
Somewhere in there. Tell me.
Just let me know so that I can save this money. That I can give to Vic.
It looks like I'm going to be alone for retirement here, I need to save this money for later on. So, Helen, you need to, what are you doing? Your job is so flexible. Why can't you get everyone? Why can't you keep track of everyone?
Because she's a mess. I like
when she's like, I'm in a neighborhood right now.
I cannot deal with that. I have so much to say.
Yeah, I just so happen to be in a neighborhood.
In this neighborhood? Okay,
yeah, I can't. We'll get there. So,
but it's so funny. It's just so funny to me. Helen is a hot mess in this entire episode.
She needs to get her shit together.
I'm telling you, it's the
That's
hot
what
flashes.
I put in my notes.
She needs to get her shit together. I have things like delusional, crazy, what is happening? What the fuck are you doing? She's a mess. So yeah,
she is. I mean, sure, her hair looks better in this episode. Though
she actually brushed it.
Yeah, she brushed it. Good for you, girl.
Good for you, Helen. You actually looking at yourself like Noah does. So they were talking about, Martin. They first talk about he might not graduate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't graduate, this is his last chance.
Yeah.
So he has to graduate this year because he's 19 already, and he's still in high school.
This is what happens when you have rich parents.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah. For any listeners who are rich, let me stop offending everyone.
I think people are just listening so they can get offended.
It's a good thing to do with your time. Here's an hour and a half of you getting offended by us.
So, yeah, Martin's like, look, man, I could have told you he's not going to make it here.
Yeah, he's like, even I'm not that.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you, Mom? But, isn't it funny how Helen's like, my husband, And then Martin's like, ex-husband. And she's like, ex-husband. But she's still a Saul away.
Yeah, I would change that. I'd change that last name, girl. So the next scene, let's get to the fun part, man. Let's get to this Nina scene over here. You ready for that Nina scene?
Oh, I'm so ready. I've been waiting for the Nina scene. It's like,
I think everyone loved the Nina scene.
it's legit like the highlight of this episode. I don't care about
It's like
seeing...
downhill from after this.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like
so she's just like, I'm in the neighborhood.
yeah.
And Nina's
so,
yeah, bitch.
you're not in it. No,
you don't come to this
You're
neighborhood.
stalking me.
She's like, you live in the city. You're just in this neighborhood. Cracking me up.
So I'm glad that she finally was like, look, that's a long drive from the city
Yeah,
to
because
here just to, look for Noah.
exactly. Yeah, that is the reason why she came there, and she's using some like, I'm in the neighborhood type of deal.
Look at her face. It's like, yeah, nearby. I want to say that I'm so glad that the logistics finally got mentioned in the show.
Oh, for sure.
Because Nina's like, wait a second. So the meeting's at 12-ish? And yeah, you made your way out of New Jersey hours later?
Yeah, but I do have this clip.
Oh,
and
yeah, let's play this.
It's really good, but it's really long, so whatever. We'll watch it. It's that great.
Yeah.
Because Nina totally just puts Helen in her place.
Someone had to.
Someone had to.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Why does he still matter so much to you?
Because she's in love with him. Duh.
Because he's the father of my children and he's blowing his last chance to have any semblance of a relationship with them?
I get that. I do. I really do. I understand about the kids, but maybe it's best for all of you just to let him go.
What?
My brother's fucked up, you know. He always has been.
No, that's not true. He wasn't fucked up when I met him.
You never saw it. After all those years together. Yet, wow.
Yet what?
It's funny. It really is. I could never figure out if you were purposely ignoring who he actually was, or you were just so narcissistic that you weren't paying attention.
Excuse me?
My brother was shattered when you met him. Our mother had just died. And I don't know if you know, but, maybe he hid it really well from her.
I knew he was grieving, Nina. It's one of the things that drew me to him. I'm a caretaker. That's my archetype.
Helen, okay, look. I know you thought you found a diamond in the rough that you were just gonna polish and shape and place on your dainty fingers.
What?
Like he was some lost deer. And somehow you rescued him from obscurity and transplanted him into your little fancy life. Let me tell you what actually was going on.
Let me pause it there real quick. Isn't that how we kind of saw Noah and Allison?
Yeah.
Her trying to save... He was trying to save her, being this grieving hot mess who just lost her child. It was Helen and Noah 2.0.
Well, I'm kind of glad that Nina's telling her all this. It's like pretty much everything that we've been thinking.
Yeah. Like I was talking about earlier, she's like, you still didn't see that he was that big of a mess. Like, you're so narcissistic.
Well, okay, so I mentioned in our other podcast that I was like, do you think Helen knows about how the mom died and everything? Then I was like, yeah, she has to.
She has to know.
Because, she knows about his wisdom teeth and all that.
Like, she knows everything about him.
Yeah, she knows everything. Apparently, she doesn't.
Well, she knows that, but she only sees, like, what the surface is. She doesn't know how badly it messed him up.
So you think she knows the whole process? Like, everything that she told Allison, like how... he crushed the pills and was like giving it in your. I don't think she knows all that. I honestly can't tell you.
I don't think.
Really? What I gathered from this
like,
conversation is like she had no idea.
Yeah, like I feel like she knew that his mother died, but not to the extent that it happened. Like he actually assisted her suicide. I don't think she knows all that.
Yeah, I don't think.
I feel like if he did tell her, she kind of just brushed it off because they were young idiots back then, and she was rich, and she's like...
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Self-centered.
Yeah, I don't think she knew.
Okay.
But
well, that's what I, said in the other...
I'm sure she knows that he was hurting, but not to
Not
that.
to that
yeah,
extent,
not to that
right.
extent.
Okay.
All right, let's finish this.
Noah was using you. He was using you to get the fuck away from us, and he knew the fastest way to do that was to marry some control freak rich girl.
Dang, girl, dang.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, girl.
Didn't you find it odd how Noah didn't mind at all spending every holiday with your family, never once taking a vacation with us?
Because it was difficult for him to be with Arthur.
Why?
Because your father wasn't very nice to him,
Oh,
Nina.
why not?
I don't know, because he's an asshole.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't to me.
Well, something must have happened between them.
Yes, something happened, and you have no idea what it is. And I find that so unfucking believable.
Me too.
She's like,
Okay, what was it?
it's like, are you kidding me?
It's not my bliss.
Oh my God! Fuck you, Nina. Fuck you.
My brother has been in pain for years, and you did not see it.
You know, I certainly didn't come here to get all this resentment heaped on me. I'm sorry you're carrying around so much anger, but I have to go.
Really? She's the one carrying the anger.
You know what I'm saying? So, okay,
She's
so
just
my
helping
whole...
you out, girl.
She's just telling you what you need to hear. Because, like, it's ridiculous.
She's the one carrying the anger, huh?
So,
I'm
last
sorry,
week...
after I saw this
I
scene,
know,
I was like, whoa.
Dude, Jennifer Esposito...
Yeah, shout
Hold
out.
up.
Slow clap.
Slow clap. That's how I felt.
Like,
For real, though, going back to last week, remember I was like, I wondered if the mom dying in the house was the thing that they keep talking about. So it wasn't that. It's still something.
what do you mean? Like, oh, something else happened.
Yeah. That's obviously what she's saying.
You think so? I thought that was the mom dying.
No. Then why wouldn't she just say it? It's not
The
my
suicide
place.
help.
It's not my place.
So there's something else. Oh,
I think it's something else.
I thought it was the whole suicide. The help.
Because something happened between the dad and Noah. That's why she's saying, he wasn't an asshole. He wasn't an asshole to me. Then something must have happened between them. And then she's like, yes, that's what it is.
I guess so.
So
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
yeah, so it isn't the suicide.
I thought it was that. But the thing between Nina and him is the fact that she left, right? And he was the only one taking care. There's more too, you think?
There's something she keeps apologizing for. That maybe
Probably for leaving.
Maybe for leaving him with her. Noah did that with her and the dad, so they kind of even. But I get it. I get, like, they both could have that house.
Yeah.
They both could have the house. They both have dealt with one of their parents.
Yeah.
My notes, I have, Nina, you are everything. You better tell her. But yeah,
I was like, how is this bitch gonna come to my house and tell me I'm filled with anger?
how is this bitch gonna come into my neighborhood and pretend she's in my neighborhood looking for Noah? It's too...
And then at the end of the convo, she's like, hey, what really happened that night?
Exactly.
So, like, how did she put those two together?
Because
like,
she
something's
truly
up.
doesn't... Well, she said, like, it's funny how there's no actual evidence that suspects him, and he just stood up and confessed. Where were you? Like,
She's like, I guess he felt guilty. Yeah. He
she
kinda
looks
did.
guilty. Look, her hair is getting more
I
and
know,
more
I
ratty.
know.
The more guilt she feels, the more messed up her hair is. You know, it's...
Nina's like, while you're here, I've been meaning to ask this question.
But it's so funny. It's like, first, Martin asks, you're the only one that thinks that he wasn't driving or he's not guilty.
Oh, Whitney said that too.
Maybe that was what Whitney said, but Martin said something along the same lines. But I'm just waiting for Helen to just, like, snap at someone. Like, it was me. It was me. I
fucking
did
did it.
I drove the car.
I think it's close.
Like-
I think if Nina pushed her just a little bit, you know, I think she would have confessed.
That's why she's, like, squatting next to her car. I gotta release the guilt fumes.
She's like, which neighborhood should I go next?
Oh, I know. Let me go call up Max.
Whose life?
Actually, I'm in your neighborhood.
So I almost forgot about Max.
I almost did too. Until
Max
I saw him,
is their college buddy.
yeah, they're all old college friends. So he probably knows Noah and Helen the most out of everyone.
Yeah.
But, this bitch went to Max's place for a booty call.
But that's what I understand. You have Vic.
Until
he loves
I know,
you.
but she's really pissed off. She's like, nothing's going right. Vic is like, I already have Vic. Why do I
Like, he moved in upstairs already.
I could go to Vic if I wanted, but I want to look for something that's a challenge. How about I go to Max?
Apparently Max is a challenge.
He is a
Not
challenge.
too much of a challenge.
Yeah, but it's just hilarious where, he's telling Helen, like, he's getting married, and it's like, she can't catch a break today. Can't get that booty
She's
call.
like, I thought I was the love of your life. I was like, what?
Okay,
when did
so
he ever
that's-
say that? Did he say that?
I think he did. I think he has said that.
He
I think
probably just said
that.
it to get laid.
I think he really was in love with her.
Because he's like, what are you talking about?
Well, also, I think his reaction to that was just like, oh, now you want me?
Yeah, that's
Because I'm
true.
getting married? Or like, where did that come from? I have this scene. Hold on, we'll talk about it.
Her name's Danielle. Met her at the gym.
What is she, your trainer?
Actually, no, she's an editor.
Really, what kind of editor?
Magazines. She works for Vogue.
Wow, fancy.
She's smarter than me, more successful, much better looking. It's between the two of us, I'm winning.
Between me and you?
No, me and her. Me and her?
Yeah, right. No, right, I'm sorry.
That's so embarrassing, isn't
But
it?
also, it just goes back to the point of Nina telling her how narcissistic she is. She thinks it's about her.
It's not all about you, girl.
But did we ever know her to be this narcissistic?
No, never
But
in her point of view.
Well, I'm trying to think because for the most part, when we've seen Helen's point of view, besides this episode, it's always been in the light of Noah hurt her. She's
It's
the
never,
scorned
yeah,
wife.
it's never her
We feel bad
feelings,
for her.
right?
Like she's been a mess, but it's never been like this is who she is as a person.
What's really Helen about? It's never
Exactly.
that.
So this is I can believe this. It doesn't seem like it's whoa, where did this come from? I feel like we're learning who she is through other people.
And we're learning why she's so stressed today, specifically.
Why?
Because it's their 25th anniversary.
Oh,
Her and Noah.
That's why.
Yeah.
I missed that. Dang.
That's why she kind of like wanted to reconnect. Yeah, because they're talking about the wedding venue, and she's like
That's
funny, and then
right.
she's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, 25." I think it's this day or like the day after, but it's around that time. That's
boy.
when their anniversary is.
Well,
So,
girl. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that's
No
why she's so
wonder.
stressed.
Yeah, that makes sense now. Back to the narcissism thing, like because I was rewatching some of the first season episodes. Like we saw glimpses of it, but that was from Noah's point of view.
Never full force.
And then we from then on we just felt bad for her the entire
I guess
time.
so. Never thought of it like that. So good.
Nina,
We're finally
we're
getting to
learning
know
some
you,
stuff.
girl.
Thanks, Nina.
It only took 3 seasons.
We're getting to know the real you. Her being married to Noah that long and then
Not realizing what's going on.
not realizing how hurt he was. He legit like helped kill his mom. I mean, all right, Helen.
Yeah. Okay.
She helped him get out of that world. So
You're welcome, Noah.
you're welcome. So she again the narcissism thing. She's like, I thought I was the love of your life.
Max is like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, and then
That sounds like one of my lines.
just walks over and is like, kiss me. And Max being Max, he gave in.
Very, very easy.
Oh, he gave in so easily. She still has that power on him, I guess.
That was a quick bang sesh.
Yeah. After, I have the clip. All right, let's watch.
Was Noah fucked up when I met him?
What, in college?
Yeah, freshman year.
Yeah, he was totally fucked up. I mean, his mom had just died.
No, but he didn't talk about it.
No, but you could just sense it.
I feel like she's just like realizing everything. Like,
She's totally like, the glass is finally shattered, but it cracks me up that he's like, he didn't have to say it, but you could feel it. Like, even he knew. Helen, girl, what are you doing?
It only took 25 years. And Max is like, we just had sex.
had
and
sex,
why are you talking about Noah?
Yeah, she's really like,
Do you think Noah was using me?
yes, girl.
Using you. What?
I don't know, money, access, entry into some kind of world. I don't.
Helen, I think he loved you. But yeah, also I mean, he knew who he was marrying.
Well,
I
what?
think he
What
knew
is
that he
that?
was
It's
gonna-
bullshit.
What
It's
is-
just bullshit.
What's bullshit?
I don't know. All of a sudden, everyone's trying to convince me that I didn't know this man, my husband, father of my children.
Maybe you're just realizing it.
Yeah, and she's pissed because someone had to point it
'Cause
out.
someone else had to tell her what she couldn't realize. He's just done. He's like,
Look, man, you got what you wanted. I don't have any more information for you about Noah,
Like,
who I
it's-
haven't talked to.
he does say, maybe this time I thought, he's
But
like,
do you
I
think
thought
he's
it
actually gonna leave the fiance for Helen?
in a heartbeat.
What?
I think so. Because he has that history with Helen. He does love her.
I guess
It's just her that has the issues.
Yeah.
Maybe this time it was about us, but it's never
Poor
about
Max.
us.
I'm sorry, Max.
Because it's always about him.
I hope we see you again this season.
Max is hot.
Yeah.
How is Helen
not
hot?
as hot as Vic.
Vic's
but-
super hot.
And then
oh
yeah,
my gosh,
Helen's
he-
like, oh, did he ever cheat on me in college?
He's like,
And then he's like, what? Get the fuck out of here.
fuck out of here. I'm done with you. So,
At least
goodness
someone knows where
gracious.
to, you know, cut
Helen,
the cord there.
Helen is truly having like a rude awakening this entire episode.
She's just like driving around wasting gas.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much what you're doing, girl.
Oh my gosh, I can't even deal. I wish
So-
I had my clip.
What? So that's done. And the next scene is, of course, this is getting late finally.
Yeah,
But
Helen finally.
it's still early here. And then I guess she went home
I think she was driving around.
for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, because when she got home,
it's pretty dark.
yeah, pretty dark. And Vic's like, oh, reading a book.
There's a lost part of time. She might have run over a few more people.
I know. Running a couple neighborhoods there.
More neighborhoods. I mean, hey, she probably called the next person. Everyone that went to college with them. Hey,
I wouldn't put it past her.
I'm
It's
in,
like, hey,
I'm in your
remember me?
neighborhood. She's hitting up everyone on Facebook. Hey, I'm in your neighborhood. But they see the location.
Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania.
Hey.
So yeah, we're back at Helen finally gets home, and
Yeah, Vic is reading
Vic
the
is
dad's
adorable.
book.
Look at him. He's just sitting there, he's super patient. He's been waiting. He's trying. Yeah,
He's really giving it his all in this relationship.
There was so much good stuff here.
He's like, look, let me read the dad's book so I can get to know him better.
I really wish I clipped this out, but I didn't.
Yeah.
It's all good. But we'll do our best to recap it
Yeah.
for you. But it's just funny to me. It's like
Helen's like, you don't need to read that.
Yeah,
And she's like, why not? We're trying to build a rapport
Yeah.
with them. They're trying to get to know them. He's like, no, you don't want to do that. And Vic is like confused. Like, what is the point of all that?
She's literally pissed off at the one person who gives a shit.
I know. And the
so
one person
sad.
is actually helping her.
Yeah, and then so he is like, you're home late. You're never home this late. And she's, she makes up the lie. She's like, I was showing a house, and it went late. And then she's like, people don't know what they want.
Oh, I know. And Vic's
Girl,
like,
how much stuff? How many lines? There's like so many parallels with all of her things. It's like, is she making metaphors on purpose?
I think so. Like, she's like taking something from the past conversation and like moving it along to the next
I
conversation.
honestly don't think she even like understands what she's saying. Just like the whole thing about her mom, like she didn't even.
If I was
understand this
Vic,
about
I'd be like, I know you don't work, man. This bitch lying to me.
You show houses late? What? Girl, please.
Where's the cookies?
After that, like he's being all sweet and just being concerned, and then it's kind of like she wants to pick a fight, where she asks where Martin is and he hasn't been home, and she blames Vic for it.
Yeah, and then Vic's like, one, he's not my son.
Does he say that?
No, he didn't say
doesn't
that. He's probably thinking about that. He's like, he's 19 years old. He's like old enough to join the army.
Yeah, exactly. He's 19.
And I'm sure he's fine. You know?
And then this just spirals into like one really stupid, huge argument that's like,
it's kind of like Vic kind of triggered it though. It's like, don't be like your mom. So like imagine like you're already pissed, and then this guy's like, don't be like your mom. Stop being like your mom. And then Helen just went off.
yeah, okay, that I could understand. I don't like when people tell me things about this and that they don't know anything about. Like I get like she can complain and all that stuff, but that's not his place to call her.
Like he
don't be
really
like
went
your
there.
mom.
Yeah, he really.
But
went
then he's
there.
like, but that's what you said. That's what you said. He immediately
Men.
said that though. That's what you said. Like,
He's so
don't-
analytical. He's like, he can't do this.
This
He's
was
like,
the
what?
only part where I was like,
Oh,
Helen,
Vic.
I am with you. Like, don't you fucking tell me
Yeah.
about my own family. Oh, I was with her on that.
But if she wasn't having a bad day, it wouldn't.
She would have
really,
let it slide.
Yeah, I
because
think it wouldn't affect her as
I
much.
think she just ignore it. But she's so
yeah,
pissed
but she's just
already.
like, oh no, this is the last straw.
Yeah, and that really triggered her. She was like, you don't know anything. And even though he knows a lot, he's like, tell me, how have I failed you? And then she's like, he's making a whole list of all the things he does.
Exactly. So when does he work? Because he's doing all his errands, daddy duties. When
I
is
don't
he in the
know.
hospital? Is he on leave? Christmas break? What's going on?
The logistics.
I like that. I like that, like Nina was refreshing earlier with
Well,
the
look,
logistics.
he lives upstairs now. Helen makes money. Helen has money from her
so he
family.
cut hours?
Yeah, he cut hours. You know?
I would rather go to work than deal with this family.
Me too. I helped
Helen's-
Trevor run his lines.
I know.
I was like, oh.
At first I was like, lines? What kind of lines are you guys doing?
Trevor. Trevor does musicals.
I thought he was talking about something
Yes,
else.
Trevor, we do cocaine together. So Martin comes at a great time because it stops the fight. And then they go off over to him, and then, where have you been? And he's like, fuck off, you're not my dad.
Yeah, and then Helen's like, yeah, you're not his
That
dad.
killed me. I was like, you're such a bitch.
If I would leave if I was Vic. I'd
Well,
be like,
he did.
I'm done. No. Leave
Oh,
permanently.
permanently?
I'm like, I'm done with this bullshit.
But then that means he has to go work more hours.
I don't care. Like, give me some overtime. I am cool. I'm done. Let me find my apartment. I just need to get out of this situation. This is not a very good situation.
You know what I would have loved for Helen's perspective is if, like, at the end of her meeting with Max was like, who was driving the car?
Yeah. Who really
was
was driving the car?
And then
just everyone.
And then when
And then like, Nina got the house? Just everyone asking the same questions. I love it.
and then Helen's like, he's right, you're not. Vic should have been like, well, who was driving the car?
I have a feeling we're getting bad reviews for this episode that we're doing. They were like, these two need to quit drinking. They giggled straight for 5 minutes.
when
They're giggling.
I'm dying. When Noah when Noah saw her at the lake, he should have turned back and said, who was driving the car?
What, young Noah? That's why he turned around.
Young Noah should have said, who was driving the car? Who, Nina? Nina got the
Nina
house?
got this house. If there was a spoof like of this episode, that's what we would do.
We should do it when this show's over.
Oh my god!
That's the entire script. Who was driving the car that night?
Because everyone's
Where
done
were
it.
you?
Whitney asked that question. It's like, who really?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a supercut of
Oh
all
yeah.
of that.
Oh yes. Now let's move on to
let's get back on track.
back to laughing
We are
for 30
going-
minutes.
My abs. I have
I
abs.
still can't find mine.
All right. So, yeah, Helen is a bitch, and I'll take Vic.
So Martin's like, I was with Dad. That's what he said.
Yeah, and that
Helen's like,
surprised
where
her,
were
too.
you? Because this should be like around, what, 2 a.m., 1 a.m., something like that, right?
This now, yeah. So do you think that's where Martin goes every time he's cutting class?
Yeah,
Okay,
for
he
sure.
goes there.
Because he's like, later on, he's like, well, Grandpa said I can come here anytime.
So why is he so surprised that there's no food in the fridge?
Well, because...
Logistics.
Yeah, well, because he's like, he figured that Dad was there. He's like, is there any food here?
I'm still like,
You
should know there's no
he's like,
food.
You ruined my life. The least you can do
Is feed me?
go grocery shopping. And how far is New York to Pennsylvania? Because everyone's just taking a little road trip there.
Like 2 hours?
I guess it depends which part. Oh, Bloomsburg. We need to Google that.
We'll Google it.
Yeah.
Whatever,
So, and then, Helen's like, well, what did you guys talk about? Because he doesn't talk to me. He doesn't answer my calls.
he don't want to talk to you.
And Martin's like, it's between me and him. There was not one part in Noah's perspective that was like, look, is it kind of like an understood thing that's a confidential thing between him and Noah?
Oh, that he can't talk about
Yeah.
it? I think...
Because I would have been like, guess what, Mom? This is what happened.
Oh, that's totally what I would be like. But I think that because this is kind of probably the first time that Noah and Martin
Bonded.
actually had like a heart-to-heart.
Yeah.
And it felt genuine, that he kind of wanted to keep it for himself. Plus, his mom looks like a mess, and she's probably mad.
You're like, I shouldn't tell her this.
I'm just not going to talk to you. So, yeah, like, Helen easily just gets out of bed, calls out, and heads to Pennsylvania.
And then Vic is back. I see Vic in the bed.
He's back.
Yeah, so he's back there, and Helen just
He
got
loves
up,
Helen.
and she's just like, I'm going for a drive. How does she know? I guess she's been there. She has to know the address, right?
She has to know how to get there, even though she doesn't know anything else about her marriage.
She knows how to get
She
places.
knows how to get to the lake house.
Okay.
But yeah, so when she gets there...
So she calls in sick at 2 a.m., 1 a.m. in the morning?
No, because by the time she gets to Pennsylvania, it's bright, and it's not that far, so I'm thinking this is like 6 in the morning.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Before sunrise.
She probably just didn't sleep throughout the night. Yeah.
Yeah, she's already...
So she calls in sick at this job that we never see her at.
We saw her.
Oh, once?
We just needed to see her once.
That's true.
We need to see a million other things. I don't want to see her at work.
And you know what I hate? That background music that plays every
Tense
time.
music?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a real...
I've never heard that.
It's like, are we watching the same show?
Is this Twilight Zone?
Well, oh my god, we're gonna go in a laughing fit again. I'll show you. It's that song. It's that background noise where when Noah was getting stabbed, it was there.
I know what you're talking about.
See?
That's
Batman. So that happened when Helen walked in the bathroom and there's like blood everywhere.
Yeah, like, okay. You know what? First of all, let's back up for a second. His door's never locked. Why? Has he not learned to lock his front door?
I didn't even catch that. Yeah, you're right.
She totally just walked in. Everyone's just walking in after Noah like he's asking to get stabbed.
And for someone that's so scared that someone's following him to kill him, he's just leaving everything open. You know?
Yeah.
It's interesting to me. It's like he really wants to die.
He basically, seriously.
Yeah.
He's really losing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, when she walks in, she sees the bathroom's all bloodied. Like it really looks like he stabbed himself again, because he did stab himself.
Yeah.
We haven't. I'm still on that boat.
You're still on that?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
He's really losing it.
I'm like,
we see more of that in this.
You're right.
This episode.
Okay.
But
I'm 70-30 now after seeing this.
All right.
70 that he's crazy.
And
that he stabbed himself.
And what's the other 30?
And 30 that it's Brandon Fraser.
Yeah.
All right. So Helen, as you can see, did not dye her roots.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm just saying, with like all the money. No, with all the money, like I would be
that grew overnight.
No, I actually thought about this today. I was like, I would go to the salon like every 2 weeks to get the touch up, or I'd do it myself. Whatever.
I think she just hasn't had the time
She has a lot of time to drive around.
to go to a million neighborhoods.
I'm just saying, Helen. I think you need to take care of yourself.
This is what we love on The Other Perspective. We love the logistics of everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's looking for Noah. She goes outside and she hears Noah screaming, Martin, stop. Don't. And so she follows the noise, and while Helen is walking, toward the lake, you kind of get the sense that's the woods where Noah was having his flashbacks.
Yes.
The
I
running
believe
flashbacks.
so.
Yeah, it looks like the same place. So
Let's make a note before all this that Helen is again lying to Vic.
Of course.
She didn't tell him that she's going to Pennsylvania to see
she
Noah.
didn't tell anyone. She just left.
Yeah.
She's like, it's cool. Even though you don't know anything, Vic, I'll assume that you're going to take my kids to school
Yeah, right?
and make them lunch
And run lines with him.
and run lines with them and make sure they did their homework.
So-
Helen.
Helen runs to the woods because he hears Noah. And I was like, Martin's at home already that night. So I was a little confused.
I was confused too. Yeah.
And then we
So-
see Noah just flapping away in the water.
in the water, just
by himself.
splashing. And Martin, stop! No! And then, he's the way he looked when he turned back, like he looked really bad. What?
So
but yeah,
Noah is definitely losing it.
yeah,
Or he's lost it already a long time.
it's that
And
Vicodin.
we're just realizing it just now.
I've realized this.
So, well, yeah, I still... I don't want him to be crazy, and I'm all about logistics, so you guys can see, but it seems like that's where Showtime is headed.
Yeah, he's losing it. I'm with you there, Showtime. He's got to go to the loony bin. Or
Yeah.
maybe he should have went with Allison. Maybe
To the Institute.
maybe Allison can let him know where to go. Give him a reference, I know a guy.
I know a
And then
good
Noah's like,
institute.
no guys.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
So we're like, okay, he's crazy,
yeah, he's
and
crazy.
then Noah's
so now,
perspective.
Yeah, we're now at Noah's perspective.
So I'm kind of excited. I was like, boring. I want to see the end. I want to see what was going on there at the lake. When Helen ran into him.
But it takes forever to
It
get
took
there.
forever.
It took so long. Like, I really could have... I didn't need that dinner. Like, there was some good stuff there, but I'd rather see a dinner at Juliet's than at
And
Grant's place.
So the towing of the car, Juliet's car,
went all the way to...
knew
all the way
I was
to New
gonna-
Jersey.
you
For
knew I was going to
logistics.
mention that, right?
Juliet
It
didn't
doesn't
go
work
to,
like that.
Juliet
There's no
definitely
way
didn't.
that they towed. They charge per mile.
Someone got money.
All right.
Someone got the money.
Okay.
But,
Juliet doesn't seem to care too much about the
I
car.
know. I put that. I put
love
in my
that
notes.
car.
I would be more pissed if I was Juliet.
Well, Juliet's probably thinking, I was like, oh, tonight's the night I will get laid.
She did think that.
Yeah, she sure did.
But I like how Noah's like, I'll help pay for it, and she's like, with what?
That Noah thirst.
You better use that house money.
Well, apparently you can't even sell the house according
Oh
to
yeah, according to Grant, you can't even sell that house. All right, Nina, you got out of that one good.
Yeah.
Um,
Nina's like, I don't want that house. I checked the value already.
Here's a little narcissism. Noah's like, so is this the part where you wish you never met me, right?
Juliet's like, ding, 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 ding. You can go back to your apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, where are you gonna sleep
You can't
tonight?
go back to,
You can't go
Montauk.
back. Where are you gonna sleep tonight? You know?
Oh.
Well,
I have
you
a
mean-
room.
She doesn't even say it with words. Just a head nod.
I have a room in my house, but the bed is a little hard. We can share my bed.
You can sleep with
My
me.
bed is a little softer.
Juliet's getting pretty good.
My impression?
Yeah.
Or Juliet's lines? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Juliet's lines?
Both.
No, because Juliet's like, dude, tonight is the night. And I thought that. I was
Yeah.
like, yep, they're doing it tonight.
They're totally doing it. But before all that, Noah pries into her marriage a little bit. So we kind of were trying to figure out what was wrong with Juliet's husband, and he does have Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And he hardly even remembers that
that they're married.
that they're married.
And she said that sometimes he thinks that she's the first wife, which he loved more. So that kind of sucked.
Kind of fucked up.
I don't wish that on anyone.
Is Allison gonna say that at some point?
She's like, well, you're welcome to sleep with me.
I know.
Oh my! And then Noah's like rubbing her head. You know, I was like, it's gonna happen.
Oh, he wanted it.
It's totally gonna happen.
It did not. So I have that clip because Juliet turned on him quick.
I want you to tie me up.
What?
You wrote about it in your book.
She loves The Descent.
I've never done anything like that. I think I'd enjoy it.
I don't believe she's never done anything like that.
Juliet, I'm sorry. Maybe I should get some rest.
Merde. I really picked the wrong man to have une aventure with, didn't I? If you leave early, don't wake me.
She's so pissed. She's like,
oh,
I picked the wrong person to have an adventure with.
An adventure with.
Un adventure. But
That
I like it. She's like,
sucks.
nah.
I mean, she literally stripped down.
She stripped down.
and got denied hardcore.
So, what do you think turned him off? Because my thinking was him seeing her like that with her hands tied maybe reminded him of jail, of prison.
No.
You don't think?
I don't think so.
Because
I think he just doesn't want to.
he was ready to go.
Was he?
I think he was ready
never.
to go. He was touching her,
I
and
got a
then
free
she.
room to stay. I gotta touch a little bit. I mean, I'm not driving Pennsylvania. I don't have a car. The bus doesn't run. You know,
Right.
I'll touch her hair a little bit. I don't think he's ready. I think he's like, I'm not trying to complicate my life even more.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna, I'm not gonna do this.
There's been so many close calls. I just don't know why he would have.
And this is his perspective too.
I know. I'm wondering what his reasoning was.
Yeah, that's so not Noah, right?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like him seeing her like that triggered something.
You think so?
That's me. I don't know.
I didn't even catch that. Yeah.
I'm looking too deep into it. That's my job, though, right?
Yeah, it is. Maybe I
will
guess
never ever let anyone. I won't let it down the Vicodin.
I gotta give it to them. If you are right, if your prediction is correct, then we'll hear about it in the future episodes.
Yeah,
because that's how Showtime rolls.
That's what's been happening. Everything we've been saying is like, okay. If we just waited like 2 episodes,
and I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, when she had her hands tied back, she did pick the wrong guy.
Yeah, crash.
Yeah,
your car
at least
too.
at least Juliet is finally like, this guy is an asshole. The Noah thirst isn't real.
After you crash my car, my little red car.
Don't wake me up in the morning.
And he sure did.
Yeah,
he left without waking her up. So I guess they're on summer break. Is that safe to assume? Because no one's working.
No,
I think Noah's on sick
only...
leave, I guess, because of the
He would be
stabbing.
on sick leave, yeah. Okay. I think you'd scare all the kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, then they can get new life experiences and write better papers.
So he ended up taking the bus to Pennsylvania.
Yeah. He's obviously going to
And they played that
house.
eerie music when they passed Gunther's hunting and fishing.
Ominous music.
That? Let me stop.
Okay.
But I hate it. So, and he's still thinking. He's like, Gunther, I really don't remember this guy. You know?
But he sees the
So- but
Gunther's hunting and fishing.
It's
so
a
it
pretty
is
common name, though.
So it is legit. Like he's obviously
legit, yeah.
he's not a psycho like we thought, and he's a real person.
There's
He's
only
not,
one psycho in this
He's
show.
not Mr. Robot.
It's kind of weird because he's never been back in this house for a long time.
On the bus, he takes off his wedding ring.
Yeah, that's right. I thought he was just moving it around, or he actually took it off.
Yeah,
Maybe he's finally over it.
He hasn't been in this house 20 years.
Something like that.
Or 30 years.
I guess it's 30. There's 20 if he went to college.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, between 25 to 30, I guess.
I need to know what happened.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We gotta wait a little bit. Just more
I think Nina's gonna tell us what happened. Yeah, so he goes in the house and he goes, I guess, to the mom or the parents' room, and there's like a big hole in the wall.
I don't know what that is.
So, and he kind of just like stared at it. And
Something.
it looks like he punched it or something. I don't know.
It doesn't even look like a punch, more like a scrape.
Well, I don't know if that's a big thing, but he stared
But why would they focus on it?
he stared at it. He stared at it for like good,
The affair
2-3 seconds.
Focus on things for no reason.
It makes it easy for us. Like, hey, ding, 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 this is gonna happen.
That's what it was.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So he decided this is the best time to clean up. So he's not even looking through the stuff. He's just throwing away like
takes more Vicodin.
Yeah, takes more Vicodin, of course, like Tic Tacs. And just
he
started throwing away a bunch of shit.
He also sees the photo of him and his mom, young Noah.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah. So it shouldn't have been a surprise who we saw on the lake later.
Well, I like that. See, Showtime again showed us how he looked like,
and we didn't even notice. We're like, is that young Noah? Who is that boy? It's not Martin.
Huh? Looks like them.
What?
Does he have another son? Huh? No, viewers,
no,
because
you idiots.
Earlier
we saw the photo.
We had a bunch of photos. They focused on a few photos showing young Noah. So it's pretty we're pretty solid that it was him.
It's like they need to knock us over the head with a photo frame. So yeah, he also grabs one of the boxes that had like a ton of letters and some old medals, which ended up turning out to be like his father's old medals from Korea.
But what was the letters?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe those were his letters that he wrote to them while he was gone.
That's true.
Yeah, and they just saved it.
Okay. The next scene is him.
He's looking for more things to stab himself with.
I like the priorities though. Like, let me go to the hardware store first before the grocery.
Well, also, he's probably not hungry.
It's true.
I wouldn't be hungry if I had a million things on my mind. Like
speak
me,
for
just,
yourself, girl.
Eating one donut today. I literally had one donut today. I'm falling apart at the seams.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's
so
there
it's such a small
because
town.
He needs to get stuff to clean this house because he wants to sell it.
But I have a feeling that I was like, oh god, it's a small town. He's definitely gonna run into someone.
And he does.
The first person that he saw is someone that he knows.
Was he an old high school friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was an old high school friend.
Grant.
They went to
he
high
was
school
a nice
together.
dude.
He was really
He was a nice dude.
He didn't hate Noah, which is a shocker.
Yeah, exactly. Finally, someone doesn't hate Noah in this episode, except Bruce and Steve.
Yeah, and Grant's like, you're kind of famous around here.
Well, I mean,
nothing really happens, I guess. So and Noah makes it.
Well, they also make a point later that he was the only one that good for him for getting out of there because no one really does.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
But everyone goes to jail, and he got that covered.
He got that covered.
So
checking all the boxes.
Yeah.
Dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's.
Good for you, Noah.
Yeah. So. They catch up a little bit, and he invites him to dinner later. So, going back to the house, he thinks, there's some intruder.
Yeah, what's up with a hoodie, man?
I wear hoodies.
But, look at this. Look how Martin's doing it.
Well, why else did they do this? So that we'd be tricked about the lake.
And also, John Gunther,
Oh, John Gunther.
It's the same outfit he has.
Everyone
Mr.
wears
Robot.
the same Mr. Robot.
I was pretty shocked to see Martin there.
Yeah, same.
Even though I knew he was
Even
there.
though it's only, in the last perspective, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
that's
right.
how we got there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have this clip, and
okay.
it's great.
Your grandfather left it to me.
To you. Not to Nina?
To me.
Everyone thinks Nina deserved that house.
And she should. He's supposedly making money, so why not?
Hey, you were on the Noah team last week.
Yeah.
You're the one that brought it up.
So quick to change
you
my
were
mind.
so quick to change. What perspective you got this week, girl?
Oh, no. It differs every time. Depends on what I ate.
It depends on what you ate.
Depends on what I had for dinner.
Is this a Noah or a Nina night?
I don't know. But you're right. I think they should split it.
Yeah, they equally. But also, so Martin reminds him about the meeting that he missed, and Noah is genuinely like, holy shit, I completely forgot about that one. But I didn't forget about going to Block Island.
Well, it looks like he made this his little home, He's like, I'm taking this room, So, I don't know. He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, oh, is there any food in here?
Yeah.
I was like, what the? Noah's like, no. He's like, fine, I'll just go to Denny's then. It's like he knows the neighborhood.
Yeah, there's a Denny's. As long as he got the Denny's. But yeah, he shows Martin the medals from his his grandpa.
Oh yeah.
And then
That's when he was like, "Oh, I want to join the army."
yeah, he does. He says he wants to go. And then Noah finds his college acceptance letter that we learned about in the last episode. It was like, he said it was like the worst day of his life because he didn't think he was going to be able to go, because no one would take care of the mom. Because the mom found out about the letter is why she decided to kill herself.
Yeah, and the date says
so
1986. So we can really do the math here. You're old, Noah.
You're old. I wasn't even born yet.
You're not even a thought.
Not even a thought. But Martin can see, you know, that he's pretty distraught about seeing that letter.
Yeah, so he's like, "What is this letter about, Daddy?" And
Daddy. Martin.
And he's
In
like,
some alternate world, Martin's like, Daddy.
"Daddy." He's like, "Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah, join the army, son. That's what you want to do."
Did he say that?
No, he didn't say that.
Oh my god.
He's like, "Well, if you quit
I
going
was like, did I miss that too?
He's like, "If you quit going to school, yeah, you'll end up in the army."
Exactly.
But anyway, so Noah's like, "Let me just invite my son to this, dinner party I was invited to." So that was the next scene. They ended up going
to Grant's for dinner. I would be pissed. Be like, you brought another person? What if I didn't make enough food?
Would you?
No.
I would be.
No, I wouldn't. I'd just be like,
no, I would be pissed if I was Martin. I was like, I come here and I expect, I was like, and I haven't seen you in such a long time. I want a one-on-one dinner. Don't you think? Like, let's bond.
no.
But they don't really like each other, so.
They don't really like each other.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's already uncomfortable.
Yeah. So it's probably good that
that they had other people
Yeah.
around. But I like how Grant offers him a beer, and he's like, I'm on medication.
Oh, I
That
know.
did not stop you from drinking the wine in the hot tub.
No. It continue on after the dinner scene, a dinner party. He ended up taking a beer. So
Yeah.
I was like, what changed from the beginning of the dinner?
Yeah, he couldn't help himself.
Yeah, because he was just so stressed. And so we see it later that the woman is infected.
Yeah.
Supremely infected.
That's why he's also having hot flashes. Maybe that's the name of this episode, Hot
Flash.
Flashes.
Both perspectives.
Both perspectives, Hot Flashes.
The X's edition. Yeah, so it was a nice twist that Martin met Lila,
Yeah.
the daughter.
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
pretty cute, and Martin seems to like that.
Yeah, good for him. He needs a little distraction. Stop being
Yeah.
so angry all the time.
And even Noah's like, yeah, giving him that look.
I know, he's like, go to that party. But yeah, he has a little crush. And we learn more about Noah. The same way that we're learning
about Helen.
We're learning about Noah
Yeah.
through other people. So there is a parallel in
Theme. I guess there's a good
in this
theme going on
episode,
here. Yeah.
which is good.
So there's this one point when the other guy invited himself, like a guy that he went to
Well,
high school
Grant,
with.
Grant told him that
Yeah.
Noah was in town and coming over for dinner. He
Just invited himself.
basically invited himself. This guy was such a dick.
Yeah, but he said something funny.
Oh,
It was it Grant or him that said the 50 Shades of fucking Salome?
I think it was Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so funny. Because I think you said that before. It's just great. 50 Shades of fucking Soloway. But yeah, we learned that Noah was pretty straight edge back then. Like, he didn't drink.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to talk to girls.
He was a loser.
He's kind of a loser.
Quotes there.
From Steve, yeah.
Yeah.
But, dude, Steve's coming in hot. Like, this entire dinner, he's just throwing jabs at him the entire
it's
night.
like he's like, oh, I've been waiting for this moment.
He's such a hater. He's been hating on Noah, like, the entire time. He's like a rich college kid. Like,
yeah, I guess because he's the one that left town, that got out of that
so
town.
he's hating on him
Yeah.
for being able to get out and, like, make something of himself.
What do you
And
call
also,
it? Rich boy college?
Rich boy college, and then rich kid college, and then Grant's like, his mother was sick, and he's like, that's not an excuse. Like, him being in his room the entire time and studying and trying to make something of himself because he's gonna be something. He's gonna be better than everyone. That Steve guy's such a dick.
Yeah, he was.
But he was like, when they were talking about his wound, I think Steve talked about something, him getting hurt.
Yeah, his half of his body, or most of his right half, is burned.
Oh, and then Noah's like, I'm sorry, man. And he's like, I don't need your pity.
Yeah, I was like,
What a
jeez.
dick.
But
He's like-
Noah seems to be, like, I don't know if he's just like, whatever, man. Like, I don't even care about this. You're the least of my concern. So everyone's like, high tension from everyone.
Yeah.
This is the most action they've seen in a while,
Yeah,
right?
seriously.
And Noah's just like completely unfazed, I feel, right? And
I
he's
think
just
he's
like,
just
yeah,
ignoring it.
yeah, he's just like, whatever, man.
I've heard worse.
And then he's like, anyway, have you guys heard
of John Gunther?
Yeah, like, yeah, you too. The one that's, been throwing jabs at me all night.
Yeah. He's like, I don't care. I just need to know about this guy. And after asking, like, that's where he's starting to have his hot flashes. Is it the infection or is it a hot flash? Or is it the Vicodin and beer?
Well, he didn't end up having the
Look at
beer
his face.
until the end, until the kids left. Grant's wife handed him a beer.
Ah, so he was already having his flashes then? Or his...
It was before drinking.
Yeah,
yeah,
okay. So
for
he's
sure.
he's a
So
mess.
it's a little weird
Yeah, he's feeling sick.
because that shit is infected, man. Like,
Yeah, that's what it is.
oh,
Yeah.
the next scene is him going home and taking off the bandage, and you can see all the disgustingness underneath.
Yeah.
It was
Okay, I have this in my notes. What kind of loony-ass doctor didn't give him stitches?
I thought there were maybe just busted.
I don't know. It looks like
It's just open.
anything. He just left it open. They're like, this will close on its own. It's just a stab. It's just a stab wound. You know, he's lucky to be alive, but you know what he doesn't need? Stitches. How about that?
You know what? Let me zoom in here. I
don't know,
legit
girl.
don't see. Yeah, you're right. There is no stitches here. Or maybe it busted.
I don't know, girl.
Because he keeps freaking drinking and
Drinking,
going in
a hot tub.
I mean, he kind of asked for that, I think.
His infection?
Yeah, you shouldn't be drinking.
Or going in a hot tub. So he ends up fainting, dropping, and passing out.
Oh, yeah,
And,
passed out.
Martin
And-
has to slap him awake.
But how quick is this party in this small town? Because it seems like Martin was, like, gone really quick, and then all of a sudden he's back home to the house and was like, hey.
It got real awkward.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe it's just a school night,
Well, he didn't want to go to begin with. Remember, Noah had to encourage him to go, and then Steve is like, don't be a loser like your father. What a dick.
Yeah, so good thing Martin was there early
I know,
enough
yeah.
to wake his ass up. Yeah.
And then they, this is when they, before they have their heart-to-heart,
they had the pill,
thing.
scene,
So
and it kind of got flashbacks
of when he was helping his mom, because he in detail was like, her fingers were so gnarled that she couldn't open the pills. And God,
and that's when Noah was like shaking and he
couldn't open it. Martin had to open it for him.
And then he
then
kind of
he just slapped it out of his hands.
And Martin's like, what the fuck is fuck? Martin's probably like, this is probably the only time I feel bad for you. Like, you're like, you being an ass.
But at this, I feel bad for him.
Yeah, but later we find out. Later he kind of, he really explains to Martin what happened.
Yeah, he gives Martin, okay, first of all, before he goes over to see Martin in the room, he knocks on the door and Martin's like, fuck off. Like, this should be a drinking game. For how many times, like, Martin just says fuck off. Like, I feel like that's the only thing he knows how to say. What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's the
Fuck
only
off, you're not my
line.
dad. So in the room, he gives Martin the letter that his mother wrote when she died. Kind of like
and then he's
so it was like a suicide note.
This is your handwriting.
Yeah, and then he tells him, like, yeah, I wrote it because she couldn't.
Yeah, I was like, I helped her die. He had to spell it out. It's like, I help her die.
Yeah, I have this clip.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Watch it.
I helped her die, Martin. She was in so much pain, she just wanted a way out, and I helped her.
Why are you telling me this?
Your grandfather and I, we didn't really talk about anything. And I know I've let you down. I know I've let you down. Severely. And you may never be able to forgive me. but I love you.
So if you love him so much, that's why you were trying to leave and go to Montauk and raise another child that's not yours?
I know. Martin's like second choice.
Martin doesn't know that, though. Martin doesn't know what he told Allison yesterday.
Oh, poor kid.
More than you could possibly imagine. You won't really know till you have your own. I just wanted you to understand a little about me so that one day when I die and you're clearing out my house, you won't be rehearsing conversations that you know you'll never have.
I kind of love that. It's so sad. Like,
Yeah.
Because his relationship with his dad was so bad that... Can you imagine,
But he should have
Noah?
thought about that. Like, you're right. He was trying to move to Montauk and forget about the four other kids.
Of course.
But all of
I
a
love
sudden...
you when I see you.
I guess I get that.
Oh, you're here? You're here right now? I
Oh,
love you.
yeah.
I love you.
I want to, have this relationship grow.
Oh, I know. I love you. I love you.
Martin's eating this up because this is what he needs.
Because he hasn't gotten it.
Yeah. I was
When
like,
we first met Martin, he hung himself.
That's right.
Little shit. But yeah, it's pretty sad. But can you imagine Noah practicing conversations he would have with his dad?
Yeah, I feel like that conversation between him and Allison was the same kind of sad vibe that's going on here, but a lot shorter. So I think he's like slowly making amends with everyone. Like, look, this is how I am. This is my background,
Yeah. I feel it's genuine.
Yeah, totally. Look at his
sure.
eyes. It's like
those watery eyes.
those watery eyes.
As much as we shit on you, Noah,
I
because
I was gonna say Dominic Soloway.
Dominic Soloway in this scene really tugs at the heartstrings.
Yeah, he's
but
like,
tomorrow he'll just tell Allison that he wants to be Joni's father. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll take it at face value here.
Yeah, so Martin's like really like, oh my god, I completely understand Dad.
Well, yeah, he is eating it up because he's never.
Who was driving the car that night?
Who was really driving the car that night, Dad?
Yeah.
Because Mom won't tell me.
He's like, I promise I'll go to school tomorrow.
Does he say it?
Yeah. He's like,
okay.
yeah, he's like, I promise I'll go to school tomorrow.
Did I watch this episode?
I guess you were so bored. You're like Juliet.
Juliet in a little red car. Not enough coal, apparently.
Yeah.
So yeah, the next morning.
So he's like, you can just graduate and you can do whatever the fuck you want with your life.
Exactly.
That's what
yeah.
Noah said. That's kind of like the whole goal. Like,
Yeah.
we're just trying to have him graduate high school. That's not
That's
hard,
it.
dude.
Just do it. You're almost there. Yeah. So it really gets to Martin. Oh, and then they have like
Had a little moment, had a little hug.
Finally.
And
So
then-
yeah, the next morning, the train, again.
Oh yeah.
Train is such a trigger.
No eerie music though.
No, because you have that loud ass train. But no, like everything seemed cool. Everything was all happy and bright. He like went to go see if Martin was there.
So Noah's like, good.
Good, he
You
went
listened.
to school. Cool.
I got through to him last night.
Yeah. Then he sees the vision of Mr. Robot over in the lake.
Yeah.
Which he thinks is Martin, which is because that's how we saw him.
But I was like,
earlier.
I saw him. I was like, this is a little bigger than Martin. Martin's really skinny. You know.
Yeah.
This one's a little buff.
So he goes in and he's like trying to save Martin, and
he's not even drowning. I don't understand.
Like what is he? You think that? Well, that's what he's trying to prevent him from drowning, or maybe because Martin is so capable of trying to kill himself or pretending to kill himself.
He's like, shit. I guess my heart last night didn't work.
I know.
It made it worse.
It made it worse. He's actually trying to jump in the lake. So that means we're getting
slow death too.
I know. So that means we're getting like bits and pieces of like what happened, huh?
Yeah.
So was he that upset with his father that he tried to go and kill himself in the lake too? Or maybe he wanted to kill himself because his mom killed herself?
No, I don't think this happened to him. I think this is all just like maybe in his
just seeing
subconscious.
himself.
Yeah. I don't think he really
it
attempted.
had anything to do with anything in the
No,
lake.
because
Okay.
if it was him, he'd be like, wait a second, I did this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe that's why he's saying Martin, stop, don't, because he knows what could happen.
And he's a swimmer. Why would he attempt to drown himself? Maybe.
Well, no, because that's what that means. That he was trying to kill himself, maybe.
Back in the day?
then. Of course he's not going to kill himself by trying to drown himself by accident.
He was like, oh, I'm so good.
I'm so good at swimming.
Butterfly.
Help. Butterfly. Watch me.
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
I
we
guess
don't
we'll
know.
find
We'll
out
find
because
out. We'll
Showtime
find
will
out.
tell us eventually.
So, yeah.
But what of your prediction is like, at one point he was so depressed that he tried to kill himself.
Maybe because
but
he just
not
lost his mom.
Perhaps by doing something.
This has something to do with the dad.
Okay. I don't know. I think it's
Because
just. I think he's just
Nina-
crazy.
Nina keeps teasing it. It's not my
Come on,
place.
Jennifer, tell us.
Come on, Jennifer Esposito.
I know you signed a non-disclosure.
I'm about to tweet you. Yeah, I think this has
Okay.
to do with what happened with the dad.
All right, I can get down with that.
I'm thinking this is...
I just first time I'm watching this, I was like, it's just random thoughts. Like he's just going crazy.
No,
you
I
know,
really think
but
this
yeah,
has
he
something
could-
to do. That's my prediction.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. Wow.
You-
Just jumped right in, huh?
I mean, basically, jump right in like Noah did when he saw his younger self in the lake.
So my prediction with
Yeah,
Juliet,
what are your predictions?
My prediction with Julia was wrong. She's not going to Montauk.
What a so unfortunate.
I think she's done. I
never
don't
gonna-
think we're gonna see her.
That is bullshit. That's bullshit.
You don't think that? You think they made up her character and then like
They
bam.
cannot just give her one perspective. I'm gonna be so pissed. I'd rather get Nina's perspective if nothing.
You think we'll
else.
get Nina's perspective? I want to.
I want Nina's perspective so
Yeah.
bad. I want to see how she sees everyone. Like you just see Helen's hair is even worse. More gray hairs,
More roots,
more
not dyed.
roots, not brushed, just completely red from all her hot flashes, just sweating coming to the neighborhood. I want to see that.
Yeah, we want to see Nina's perspective. I don't really have any. I don't know where to predict from here. Like,
do
where
I
is
have.
Noah gonna stay?
So for
With
my
Helen.
prediction for Helen is basically the same as my prediction for Noah
They're both
because Helen's gonna find him. So finding Noah in the lake is gonna end up bringing them closer. And him taking off his wedding ring is kind of a step in that direction. There was a reason why they showed that.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna bang soon.
So
They have to.
what I'm thinking is like the drugged up, delusional Noah is gonna want Helen, and Helen's gonna eat that shit up easily.
Yeah, okay.
And her being that caretaker type, she's gonna
If-
have to
if-
take care of him.
What's his name? If Noah moves in with Helen because she feels bad, Vic is. I would totally move out if I was
Yeah,
Vic.
I would be done. Because that's it. Like, this is what Helen wanted.
And Helen's like, oh, him and Martin are close now, even better.
Yeah, that means my family's coming back
Yeah.
together.
I leave. I want Vic's perspective too. I want to know what he thinks of this whole mess.
And I think, like, because Helen's going to be taking care of Noah, he's appreciating her more.
Yeah,
And then he might even,
because she's a caretaker.
yeah, and then he gets to see his kids. And that's totally just going to put a strain on her and Vic's relationship. But yeah, that's,
So my prediction is Vic is gonna break up with Helen. Maybe a little tiny more Juliet. But yes, I'm pissed about that.
I can't
You think
see
there's
where
more?
it's going to go.
I
if they
don't see
don't-
where it's going either.
If they don't, it's
think that
really
was
going to
it.
drive me nuts. Only because it's a waste.
Why
give us a
why build
fifth
up the character?
perspective?
No, but
Why take our podcast title from us?
and why build up a character that you're not? It's just gonna end right there after not getting laid.
Exactly. I wanted to see her have a
Maybe
lobster
she'll get
roll.
laid.
She needs to get laid.
Hmm?
Who's gonna do it?
So yeah,
Vic can do it.
I have small predictions this week.
Nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy like the past few episodes that we had.
We'll find out what happened with the dad and Noah.
Yeah, slowly. I like this because some shows we don't find all the answers until the season finale, but
Yeah,
that
we
fair
have-
gives us like
We have 4 more episodes.
yeah, it really gives us a little bit of answer here and
Each
there.
I
And
need
I'm loving it.
So what?
I
You
hope
think
next
we
week
have...
is a little bit more exciting. So I guess we have Cole next week. Back to Montauk.
Do we?
I
didn't
hope
see the
so.
preview. I need some.
Oh,
I
I
need
didn't
some
see
Cole.
it. I didn't see it.
I need some Cole. I need some Allison. Give me some Louisa.
Yeah, we need that switch. I
need
kind of like
over
that
them.
whole,
I
it's
like
like different.
that.
They're
I
not
like that.
different, They can just stay in Montauk, actually.
Why can't they just stay in Montauk?
We're all over the place now.
We're like in
Pennsylvania.
Jersey, Pennsylvania.
Taking a bus, driving. What are we doing, guys?
Driving in a Jersey wall.
We can only go up from here, I guess.
I hope so. I really do. But honestly, that scene with Nina and Helen made the episode.
Oh, totally. But I was like, I wanted more,
I
and
wanted
was
more
like-
of that because
and it went downhill after that.
It did. It
So-
did. I just want a Nina perspective. That's all. Is that too much to ask?
Maybe we'll get a sixth one, a sixth perspective.
Sixth perspective. How many perspectives will we get?
They'll have a billboard split in six.
They'll share with the Good Behavior billboard. They move over Broadway. Jersey boys, get out of here.
Wicked, get the hell out.
Hamilton, you done. So yeah,
That's it.
That's that. That's 306. So
That's 306. That was rough for me, man.
it was pretty rough. Thanks to anyone who's
Yeah.
listening.
Thanks for still listening.
Yeah, thanks for still listening. I don't know how you're still listening to this, but you can follow us on all the social media platforms.
Yes, please do.
at Other POV Pod, other POV,
on Twitter.
POD, and if you want to email us some feedback, please correct us. Tell us how we're doing. We are at otherpovpod@gmail.com. We are on iTunes and Stitcher, so please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
We got you, Apple. We got you, Android.
SoundCloud, whatever.
SoundCloud, whatever. Just listen to us.
But thank you for all our listeners.
Yeah, seriously.
We're gaining more and more every week.
And losing more and more every week, especially after this episode. I apologize in advance.
I mean, it's really not our fault. It's Showtime,
I think it's our fault. All right, so that's it.
That's it, guys.
We will talk to you next week for 307.
Yes.
Bye.
Later.